Ultimate Self-Hypnosis. Self-hypnosis made easy to reprogram your mind and change your life. Introduction. Are you worried you'll never have the confidence to do what you want to do? Is there something you are too afraid to try? Do you struggle in your daily life because you don't feel good enough? Do you wish you were happier in yourself? Would you like to be more confident in yourself? Do you wish you could not care what others think? In this book you will discover the most up-to-date information on self-hypnosis, and by using Ultimate Self-Hypnosis as your guide you can begin to clear your beliefs and change your life, including what is hypnosis, mental and physical effects of self-hypnosis, emotional effects of self-hypnosis, different application of self-hypnosis, simple self-hypnosis, and much more. I want to thank you and congratulate you for downloading the book, Ultimate Self-Hypnosis. Self-hypnosis made easy to reprogram your mind and change your life. Hi there. My name is Simone and I am the creator of the Love You Life series. Like everyone, I have made a few decisions in my life that maybe haven't worked out the way I had planned, but there came a point when I could barely recognize who I was compared with who I wanted to be. Things needed to change, so I took charge of myself and made a decision to learn. I pretty much inhaled anything I could that had to do with self-help, and I learned the best way for me to let go of the past and move forward with the future was to learn to love myself and my life. This journey didn't happen overnight, and done with a one-thing-fixed-all approach. It was like chipping away at a masterpiece, a little bit here and a little bit there. These books have been put together to help you chip away at your masterpiece. It is time to learn to love your life. It is amazing how quickly things will change if we are open to it. I hope you enjoy this book, and I hope it allows you to start to become the you want to be, with the life you want to live. Free gift. Thank you again for downloading this Kindle book, Ultimate Self-Hypnosis. Self-hypnosis made easy to reprogram your mind and change your life. I like to reward you with this by offering you access to my other books for free by joining my newsletter. You will be getting up-to-date information on personal development, living your happiest life, techniques to become the you always wanted to be, and you will also get access to other books in the Love Your Life series for free. By joining my newsletter you will be taking a big step forward in being your happiest best self yet. Just visit http://loveyourlifeseries.com and get free instant access to the Love Your Life series newsletter today. Lastly, once you finish reading this book, would please review this book on Amazon. With your feedback I continue to make this book better and better. Thank you. Chapter 1. Overview on hypnosis. Hypnosis remains a mystery even in the 21st century. More than 2 centuries ago, scientists and philosophers alike debated about this phenomena. The universally accepted explanation behind hypnosis is yet to come. Nowadays, advanced technology may as well assist in the acceleration of the studies over hypnosis. The complexities of the human mind make the study of hypnosis difficult for scientists. In fact, most processes involving the human mind are hard to explain even today. It all boils down to the susceptibility of this body part. One mistake in a study could lead to a permanent disability or death. In spite of the lack of definitive clarification, psychologists are able to provide a model of the process. They describe it as a form of trance. In this state, the subject, the one who undergoes hypnotism, experiences an enhanced imagination, relaxation, and strong susceptibility to suggestions. There are lots of misconceptions about this phenomena. Some thought that the trance experienced by the subject is some sort of sleep, but it is not. Unlike sleep, you are fully conscious while undergoing hypnosis. However, you are not paying much attention to the surrounding stimuli. The experience is almost similar to daydreaming. 2 types of hypnotism. There are actually 2 types of hypnotism, and these are heterohypnosis and self-hypnosis. The former refers to the hypnotism under the guidance of a hypnotist or a hypnotherapist, while the other one suggests doing it upon oneself without guidance or influence from anyone. Both types of hypnosis can be beneficial physically, mentally, emotionally, and socially. However, hypnosis, especially heterohypnosis, is highly disregarded in the field of investigation. Because a hypnotist may be able to influence a suspect, witness, or a victim by inserting false accounts, modifying memories, or erasing some of the memories in regards to the crime. In contrast, a person may conduct self-hypnosis to recall important details in his memories. However, this should be done carefully. Self-hypnosis to recall memory is often used by students. Development of hypnotism. Present-day scientists find it difficult to identify the birth of hypnotism. It can be argued that the early people go through some sort of hypnosis. However, The scientific approach towards hypnosis started only on the later years of 18th century. The Greek word hypnos is considered as the root word for the terms hypnosis and hypnotism. The root word refers to leap. James Braid coined the terms in 1841. Braid was a surgeon and a physician in Scotland. He employed the process to his patients. After years of practice, he applied it to himself and called it self-hypnotism. His account of self-hypnotism was presented in his book in 1850 and it was considered as the first ever account of self-hypnotism. Alcuin followed next to Braid and shed another light in self-hypnosis in the early 1900s. However, he didn't use the terms coined by Braid. Instead, he called the process as conscious autosuggestion, although the steps involved are very alike with little additions. Another milestone in the development of self-hypnosis was the autogenic training devised by Johannes Schultz. It was a type of relaxation method made known in 1932. Schultz was a German psychiatrist and the work of Oscar Vogt, a German hypnotist, was the basis for his methodology. After a few years, in 1941, Andrew Salter published the first article about hypnosis on an academic journal. He was a behavior therapist and hypnotherapist at the same time. Exactly 200 subjects were used for the study of Salter. His teachings regarding self-hypnosis include part learning or fractional auto-hypnosis, scripted suggestions or memorized trance directives for auto-hypnosis, and post-hypnotic suggestion for auto-hypnosis. Hypnosis was perceived to be a supernatural force from the hypnotist to the subject. This was based on the assumptions of Franz Mermer. He was an Austrian physician and considered as the father of modern hypnotism. However, modern scientists disregarded the supernatural part of mesmer theory. Mesmerism was another name for hypnosis, and it was derived from the physician surname. Mesmerize is another term and a contemporary word derived from the surname Mesmer. Different hypnotism techniques. There are different hypnotism techniques as applied by hypnotists and hypnotherapists. Both practice hypnotisms, although hypnotherapists make use of hypnotism to treat or alleviate the symptoms felt by their patients. The most popular type of hypnotism is the eye fixation or fixed gaze induction. It owed its popularity from TV programs and movies which showcase a hypnotist entrancing his subject by means of waving a pocket watch in front of the subject. It may be popular in shows or movies and in the ancient times, but nowadays, this hypnotism technique is not much applied. Because this is not effective to all people. Rapid hypnosis is another hypnotism technique. It involves the stuffing of rapid and firm orders towards the subject mind. This is the common method used by stage hypnotists. This technique requires the guidance of a hypnotist or hypnotherapist. Surprisingly, another hypnotism technique has been applied by mothers for a long period of time without them being aware of it. Mothers have been hypnotizing their babies ever since the conception of rocking a baby to sleep. This technique is referred to as loss of balance. Hypnotists and hypnotherapists alike could also make use of this technique. A person may also apply this technique without the guidance of anyone simply by using a hammock or a rocking chair. The most common hypnotism technique employed in hypnotherapy is progressive relaxation and imagery. This involves the use of meditation audio tapes and the hypnotherapist speaks to his subject using a slow and comforting voice. This is deemed as the most effective hypnotism technique in alleviating the symptoms and side effects experienced by a patient. In some illnesses, this technique is also deemed effective, but further studies must be done first to confirm these assumptions, most especially in terminal and chronic illnesses. Self-hypnosis. When it comes to self-hypnosis, there are different techniques as well. It can even vary from one person to another. Because people who want to undergo this phenomenon have varying reasons for wanting so. Self-hypnosis can affect the physiological, mental, emotional, and social aspects of a person. It can be either a simple or a complex process. Aside from that, there are other factors to consider so that you will achieve your desired or even better results. Chapter 2: Physiological and Mental Effects of Self-Hypnosis. Scientists disproved the mystical portion of hypnosis because they found out that the process brings about physiological effects to the subject. These physiological effects are all advantageous. Some of these effects can be experienced even prior to the trance state. One of these advantages is the reduced heart rate. Basically, it is because you are under a relaxed state before and during the trance. This effect is very significant in trimming down your heart load during the hypnosis. The feeling of relaxation can last up to 24 hours, so you can expect a better heart rate the whole day. In the long run, This will help you minimize the risks of heart malfunctions and cardiovascular-related illnesses. Self-hypnosis could also result to the improvements in 4 mental areas, namely creativity, memory, concentration, and thinking. This is because of the increased blood flow towards the brain. Hypnotherapists apply hypnosis to their patients for the primary purpose of pain management. Even without the assistance of a hypnotherapist, a patient can still hypnotize himself to be able to manage the pain better. Another physiological effect of self-hypnosis is the increase of serotonin levels. Serotonin is the hormone responsible for the creation of a person's improved sense of well-being. Aside from that, it helps in calming both the body and mind. Endorphin is another hormone affected by self-hypnosis. The endorphin levels are also enhanced. Other means of increasing endorphin is by laughing and exercising. Increased endorphin levels imply that you will feel happy and energetic. Unlike the aforementioned hormones, excess adrenaline is totally removed in self-hypnosis. This is beneficial because the excessiveness of this hormone could be poisonous. Adrenaline is at its peak when you feel extreme anxiety, fears, as well as excitement. Another body chemical affected by self-hypnosis is cortisol. Cortisol could also be a disadvantageous chemical in the body. An excessive amount of this chemical could lead to increased body fat, lengthy healing of wounds, weak immune system, higher risk of inflammation, higher blood pressure, reduction in muscle tissue as well as in bone density, hyperglycemia and other imbalances in blood sugars, malfunctioning thyroid, and damaged cognitive functions. Self-hypnosis could eliminate or lower down the levels of cortisol. Because of that, it is safe to say that it can guarantee lower risks against the aforementioned negative effects of high cortisol levels. The long-term physiological effects of self-hypnosis include slower aging process and decrease of cancer risks. However, achieving these advantageous effects necessitates frequency of practice. Due to the fact that frequent practice of self-hypnosis can improve respiration. In respiration, the oxygen molecules are being handled in a better way. Oxygen molecules greatly impact aging and cancer risks. Because of that, the aging process can be slowed down as well as the risks of cancer can be decreased. Chapter 3. Emotional and social effects of self-hypnosis. Self-hypnosis can benefit everyone regardless of health condition, age, gender, social status, and others. It can be done in numerous ways and for different reasons. That is why the benefits differed from one person to another. Its common, major emotional and social effects are as follows. Better sense of well-being. This can be attributed to the different chemicals in the body affected by self-hypnosis. You can also achieve this by controlling your thoughts while you are under trance. It can be characterized as being contented and happy with what you are, what you have, and where you are. It is about appreciating your surroundings and not focusing too much on the negative things. This advantage can lead to better mood management. Relaxed feeling. This can lead to better stress management. Stress is not something that you should underestimate. It could be toxic and lead or worsen any illness. That is why it would be better to manage stress while they are still seemingly insignificant. You can do this by feeling relaxed in spite of all the stressful things surrounding you. Optimism. In the process, you will need to make affirmations. These are positive things that you want to achieve. The affirmations you tell yourself will make you more optimistic in the long run. It because you hold on to the positive things instead of dwelling in the negative ones. Stronger willpower. An important step in self-hypnosis is controlling. In this way, you can change your perceptions, behaviors, and the like. One thing you can change or enhance is your willpower. Because of this, you can control your thoughts and emotions towards numerous stimuli. If you want to lose weight, for instance, you can do that easily with a stronger will. Aside from that, it can also be used to help you deal with addiction to illicit drugs and smoking. The task of getting rid of these addictions would be difficult. A huge part of this can be attributed to the withdrawal symptoms. However, a patient can simply program his thoughts to overcome the symptoms. For instance, if a patient craves for a cigarette, which is a common withdrawal symptom, he can simply change his thoughts towards it by thinking that a cigarette can be lethal or can cause nausea. Less depressed feeling. Owing to your self-control, you can be less susceptible to depression. A lot of therapists suggest their patients afflicted with major depressive disorders to do some sort of self-hypnosis to lessen their sad thoughts and focus on the positive ones. It helps the patients regain control of their emotions. You will also feel less depressed by telling yourself in the process that you will be happier after it. Less anxiety and stress. A relaxed individual will not be easily affected by anxieties and stresses. Self-hypnotism has been found to be effective in the elimination of stress stresses and anxieties as experienced by workers and students. It is mostly beneficial to victims of different tragedies, be it man-made or a natural disaster. Eradication of fears. Phobia and small fears can also be removed by undergoing self-hypnosis. It can be done when the subject would recall his memories attributed to the fears. Afterwards, the subject would then try to understand the cause. Having understanding of the fear causes is the first step in overcoming fears. The subject can simply manipulate his notion to his object of fear. Better anger management. Perhaps the most popular anger management technique is by counting 1 to 10, then telling yourself you are no longer mad, and it is found effective. If a technique as simple as this can help in anger management, how much more in an organized way such as self-hypnosis? Stressed individuals are highly susceptible to anger. Since self-hypnosis make you feel less stressed, you will also be not at risk of anger. Aside from that, better anger management can also be attributed to your clearer thoughts as an effect of the better blood flow experienced while on the process of self-hypnosis. Better communication and socializing skills. All in all, physiological, mental, and emotional effects of self-hypnosis could affect your social skills in a good way. You will be better at communication and socialization because you feel secured in yourself and you are free from the thoughts that hold you back from socializing with others. This can be advantageous to those who are too shy and find it hard to apply for a job, as well as those who are going through a major depressive disorder causing him to isolate himself. Chapter 4: Different Applications of Hypnosis. The advantages of hypnosis could be appreciated in numerous fields. Mostly, it is for health and self-help reasons as presented in previous chapters. It can also be used for fun and entertainment. However, hypnosis, in general, could be used for ill motives as well. Health hypnosis, be it a hetero-hypnosis or self-hypnosis, is actually a form of anesthesia. Fortunately, it could be used in almost all types of pains. For instance, during child delivery, a laboring woman could apply it with or without the assistance of others, be it an obstetrician or her husband. In fact, it is considered as the safest type of anesthesia in childbirth. Anorexic individuals can also do some self-hypnosis to get rid of their condition. In the process, they might realize that they are actually getting thinner and unhealthier. When they realize that, they will take action to prevent the worsening of their condition as well as the onslaught of possible medical conditions arising from their unhealthy habits. Self-help for students. They can make use of hypnosis to enhance their memory and get rid of anxiety towards school activities and examinations. For those dealing with psychological problems, they can take advantage of hypnotism even without the direction of therapist. Self-hypnosis, as a form of self-help technique, is greatly advantageous to people dealing with addiction. Just like in anorexia, they will arrive at the realization that their addiction is unhealthy upon experiencing self-hypnosis. Relaxation. If you want to simply relax, you can conduct self-hypnosis. There are no rules if this is your purpose. Just relax and you can gain other advantages as well. Self-hypnosis is also found to be effective in restoring your energy, just like what sleeping can do for you. In fact, studies show that a 30-minute self-hypnosis is equivalent to 3 to 4 hours of sleep. This can be advantageous to workers. Recreation. It also wise to do something worthwhile if you have free time. Why not spend it in hypnosis and experience the advantages? Fun and entertainment. Hypnotism was one of the most watched shows in carnivals a long time ago. Nowadays, modern hypnotists travel to parks or even schools to display hypnotism, although some are purely acting. Nevertheless, real hypnotists choose their subjects from a group to prove their capability to hypnotize. Advertisement. One example of a hypnotizing advertisement is a liquor advertisement in a billboard. Travelers, drivers and passengers alike experience some sort of relaxation and trance while on the road. Marketing specialists are aware of this. That is why they set up billboard advertisement in spite of the fact that travelers can only glance at them for a few seconds only, and the reach of the advertisements is very limited to those who will pass near the billboard. Crimes. Criminals may also use hypnosis towards their victims. For instance, a criminal may befriend a victim, then through a continuing conversation, the victim may become more and more relaxed until he is very susceptible to suggestions. In this case, a criminal may suggest the victim to surrender his money, important information, or even the victim himself. This is the means used in most kidnapping cases. Unfortunately, this can be used in numerous crimes other than theft and kidnapping. It's difficult to tell when criminals will strike, but you can still be prepared against possible hypnotism. You can instill presence of mind, for instance. For children, however, They can be easily hypnotized. Chapter 5, Factors Affecting Self-Hypnosis. The success of a self-hypnosis can be dependent to some factors. These factors can be controlled though, so there's no need to worry about them that much. Nevertheless, it is still worth knowing what these factors are so you can manage the process better. First thing you should have is the desire to undergo self-hypnosis. If you don't have it, there would be no point in doing it. Some wanted to try it just to satiate their curiosity. However, they would not also get their desired results if in the first place they have doubts in the process. That explains why another important consideration is that you should believe that it is actually real and you will get your desired results. Preparation is another important factor to self-hypnosis. Its importance is similar to your desire and belief in the process. Preparation requires you to get as much correct information as you can. You can read online articles, magazines, and books. You can also gather information as well as some tips from health professionals. Family and friends may as well provide relevant information to your planned undertaking. Aside from information, you will also want to avail some things to make self-hypnotism easier. For instance, you can use a rocking chair meant for adults and a hammock as mentioned earlier. You can also avail music meant for self-hypnosis or any other comforting music. Your surroundings or location can play a vital role in the success of self-hypnosis. Go to a room where there are only a few or no distractions at all. If that's not possible, try looking for a blank wall. When it comes to lighting, a subdued one is the best option. Aside from visual distractions, there could also be stimuli that can affect your other senses. Stay away from the kitchen or comfort room where there could be strong scents. Doing it in the garden is a nice idea as long as there could be no strong scents or noises. However, there are times you want to self-hypnotize but your location seems not to permit this. For instance, you are in school. You can use vacant classrooms but you have to make sure that you can tolerate the possible noise from passers-by. You can try the rooftop as well. If you are in the office, this could be difficult to carry out. You can always look upon empty walls or stare at an empty paper until you seem so relaxed. In these locations, self-hypnosis does not have to be so elaborate. It can last from 5 minutes to 10 minutes or as long as your break time allows. It is always possible to carry out self-hypnosis even in the most stressful, noisiest, and most stinking locations. You don't have to travel to the countryside or take a long vacation in another place just to perform self-hypnotism. Visual distractions, noise, strong scents, and other possible distractions will just make the process more difficult but not impossible. If you are performing self-hypnotism, you can just put your full attention to a single object while being fully conscious of your situation. After putting your full attention into a single object, you have to let your thoughts drift until you are finally entering a state of trance. Once you have reached that state, you can tell yourself the things you want to achieve. These are the main reasons for doing self-hypnotism in the first place. You can always ask for assistance from family, friends and health professionals to perform self-hypnosis. Going back from the trance, for instance, could be nauseating if it is your first time. It is also possible to fall asleep if the process is not done properly or you are still new to the experience. To avoid falling asleep, most especially if you eat in the office or school, tell your trusted co-workers or classmates about what you are doing. However, the assistance should be limited to helping you get up, alert you when someone coming or it is about time to get back, or if you seem to be falling asleep rather than hypnotizing. Health professionals should only give you advice in self-hypnosis. Falling asleep is very much possible, most especially if it's your first time. Because you are in a relaxed state. As a beginner, you can always ask for guidance first or read some tips to handle the process in a better way. The intention behind self-hypnotism should always be good because you can program your mind. Inserting bad thoughts will always be an option. However, this will not last that long no matter how well you concentrate. Chapter 6, Simple Self-Hypnosis. Everyone experiences hypnotism each day without being fully aware of it. This includes the state of trance you feel right before and right after you sleep. In these states, your imagination and feelings of relaxation can be at their best. Aside from these stages, you can also experience hypnotism while you are daydreaming. This involves imagination as well. You envision situations that are almost impossible. It is not actually a bad thing as long as you can channel it into something good. Just like telling yourself you can achieve your goals in life and the like. One way of performing self-hypnotism is by traveling, be it with your own car or commuting. You can do this by simply staring off into the views outside the vehicle. Oftentimes, You are not even aware that you are actually entering a state of trance because you are being carried away by your thoughts. Actually, you don't have to close your eyes in this way. You see the views and you are aware of them. However, your mind is focused in something else, not the views. Simple self-hypnosis can last from 5 to 10 minutes, making it possible for anyone to carry out this task in any place. The process can be summarized into 4 steps, namely finding motivation 1, relaxing 2, focusing 3, and controlling 4. Finding motivation simply means declaring what you want to achieve. Motivation can be the desire to lose weight, eradicate fears, have self-confidence, get rid of addiction, or get rid of all the stresses and negative emotions you feel. Self-hypnosis may not directly provide your desired results, but it will definitely help in achieving your goals. You don't have to declare it by telling another person or listing them down. You can simply think about it. After finding motivation, relax yourself. Your surrounding may play a vital role here. It could simplify or complicate the process for you. However, you can dwell on the fact that this can be done by simply breathing while you are in a comfortable position. When you breathe in, try counting 1 to 3 in your head. When exhaling, count up to 6. Soon, you will find yourself in a relaxed state. This makes it possible for you to do the self-hypnosis in spite of the present stimuli. If you are inexperienced, you should sit down. Sitting is the most preferred and advised position for self-hypnotism. Both simple and complex hypnotism can result to body aches if you are in an awkward position. The next step is focusing. This will not appear much of a challenge since you are already on a relaxed state. This requires you to put your full attention on a particular detail that may or may not be present. You can close your eyes to do this, but if you are still new to self-hypnosis, you may fall asleep in the stage. In this step, you generate more energy due to the concentration of a single image. The last step is controlling. In this stage, you are going to tell yourself the things you wanted to achieve. This is sometimes referred to as affirmations. Affirmations could be as simple as have to relax or to more complicated such as can overcome cancer. Simple hypnosis can also be done with the help of music. You can choose the soothing music you prefer, or you can ask a health professional about music that can help you in the process. Fortunately, there is available music in the market for the sole purpose of hypnosis. Chapter 7. Complex Self-Hypnosis. For those seeking long-term and more advantages of self-hypnotism, they go for complex self-hypnosis techniques. Aside from its complexities, this requires daily practice and more intense concentration and control. Complex self-hypnosis techniques vary based on the need of an individual. Meditation seems like a normal activity, but it could also be a form of complex self-hypnosis. The 4 steps in simple self-hypnosis remain as parts of the steps in complex self-hypnosis. In losing weight, for instance, you still need a motivation, which in this case is to lose weight. As a complex one, you need a very relaxing place. Sit down in the middle of an empty room. You have to do the motivation and relaxation. In relaxation, try to think that there is water being poured into your head down to your toes. Afterwards, release tension in each part of your body. Loosen each tightened muscle, joints, and other parts of your body. There are changes in your objects of concentration though. This now involves imagery. Visualize a 10-step stairs right in front of you. You are on the top panel. The 5th step down to the first are submerged in water. Walk down slowly and 1 step at a time. Once you have reached the 5th step, feel the water beneath. You will feel heavier as you go down. After that, imagine you are swimming and looking for something in the water. It could be a piece of paper inside a bottle that contains your motivation. Once you've found it, swim back to the stairs. Rise and take each step 1 at a time. When half of your body is above the waters, you will feel slightly lighter. Once you are on top of the stairs, you feel like you are feeling less heavy. Finally, open your eyes slowly and grasp everything that you have just imagined. When it comes to eliminating examination anxieties, another complex self-hypnosis can be performed. Unlike in losing weight, imagine that you are in a library. The library is supposed to be your mind, and the books are where your thoughts reside. All your memories, ideas, and dreams are stored there in an organized manner. You have to think that what you have studied will be there, and you can easily retrieve these information whenever you need them during your examinations. A complex self-hypnosis technique may also be utilized for the sole purpose of relaxation. First, you have to fill the need of a relaxing environment. Provide or eliminate some things and make sure you are very much comfortable. Sit down and face an empty wall that should be right in front of you. Afterwards, Slowly raise your vision and then allow your thoughts to drift. In this stage, you can choose whether or not to close your eyes. Tell yourself an affirmation such as Alex free and the like. You can add a time element to your affirmation such as feeling free after an hour of self-hypnotism or achieving your goals after 5 years. Just like in simple techniques, you can also make use of music to make a complex technique easier. You can avail comfortable mats to sit upon. Provide comfort by choosing a room with good temperature as well as lighting that is not too bright. Daylight is enough. Complex self-hypnosis techniques don't have to be that difficult. Just as long as you really want it and you have prepared for it, then you don't have anything to worry about. Steps to Success Action Plan. Steps to Success has been put together to give you somewhere to start on creating a happier you. And by starting with the activities listed here, you will be well on your way to a new you in no time. To really have success, you may need to use this action plan a few times and trial a few different things to get the result you after. Test, measure and monitor needs to become your motto until you are having undisturbed nights again. Step 1. Admit. Improving yourself starts with an admission that you have certain qualities that need improvement and even eradication. It could be a simple one or a very complex quality such as your entire personality. Step 2. Motivate. If you want to get rid of those negative qualities through self-hypnosis, you have to think of all your positive attributes and the advantages of getting rid of those negative qualities. Step 3. Relax. Relaxation helps you carry out self-hypnosis better, easier, and faster. Your environment could assist in this step. Step 4. Focus. There are a lot of stimuli surrounding you, but focus on something deep, something that is not easily noticeable in your surroundings. It could be your motivation. Step 5. Control. Once you are able to focus, control your thoughts towards the negative attributes you want to change or eliminate. This is sometimes referred to as directing, and in some situations, such as self-hypnosis for relaxation only, this could be disregarded. Step 6. Practice. If you want long-term effects, make it a point to do a self-hypnosis even just for 5 to 10 minutes a day. For faster improvement, make your self-hypnosis last up to 25 to 30 minutes every day. Step 7. Enjoy and appreciate. No matter how seemingly insignificant the improvement is, appreciate your accomplishment and enjoy the process as well. Conclusion. Thank you again for downloading this book. I hope this book was able to help you to create the happier you always wanted to be. The next step is to use the steps to success. Grab your notebook and start creating the happier you now. The sooner you start taking daily action towards being happier, the sooner you will realize happy comes atomically. Finally, if you enjoyed this book, please take the time to share your thoughts and post a review on Amazon. It'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you and good luck. http://LOVYOURLIFESERIES.com. Preview of Ultimate Self-Esteem. 20 Techniques to a New You by Building Confidence and Learning to Love Yourself. Accepting yourself. The more you know who you are, and what you want, the less you let things upset you. Stephanie Perkins. To start eliminating all the negativity you feel toward yourself, you must acknowledge that there is a problem. Be realistic by refraining from seeing a make-believe version of you. It may be difficult, but you have to do it. As you journey toward disillusionment, you will slowly understand that the process of building confidence begins with you. Ultimate Self-Esteem Technique Number 1. Recognize your potentials. Can you answer yes to at least one of these questions? Can you complete tasks without supervision? Can you understand complex instructions? Can you easily get clients to sign up for services? Can you keep up with the demands of your job even with the presence of distractions? How about these? Can you win Candy Crush Saga levels 10x in a row? Can you fit 2 large plates in a microwave? Can you fill a container with water even if it does and fit in a sink? Can you last for more than a day without sleep? Can you create survival tools with nothing but duct tape? Regardless of what your achievement is, you should know that the best way to begin is by being good to yourself. Try not to sell yourself short and instead be proud of your capabilities. Pat yourself on the back and be reminded that you awesome at something. Ultimate Self-Esteem Technique Number 2. Be humble and remember that it are alright to have flaws. Being imperfect means you human. If you are clumsy, disorganized, and lazy, or if you occasionally curse, smoke, suck at math, or whatnot, it's okay. You not unimportant just because there is something wrong with you. You have to be clear on that. Sugarcoating the qualities you don't find alluring is not helpful. In fact, a balanced level of confidence is a good thing. Having faults must not be held against yourself. Do you know that having high self-esteem is linked to criminal behavior? If you worried about committing an offense, Try to work on how you view yourself. Ultimate self-esteem technique number 3. Never compare yourself. Do you set standards based on how accomplished others are? Well, that attitude needs to be cut loose, because among the most effective way of wrecking your self-esteem is to put yourself on a pedestal. The more energy you use being a judge and deciding who better between you and another individual means you will have barely enough left to focus on yourself. Notes about making comparisons: you are robbing yourself of the chance to feel valued. Abundance, beauty, fame, and success are expressed in various ways. No two life experiences are alike. Just because you aren't as skilled as another doesn't mean you're worthless. You might be defining their best features and naming the worst ones in you. The road toward a boosted level of self-confidence requires you to let go of any competition. Remember that you can never be similar to others, and not because they are better than you. Being different gives you an identity that is yours alone. You are unique, which by the way is a good thing. And that's all there is to it. Ultimate self-esteem technique number 4. Give yourself a break. Sleep and only wake up when you are tired of being in bed. Listen to good music while taking the elevator instead of the stairs. Spend some time playing games with your dog. Have a Harry Potter marathon, or watch Grey Anatomy, Prison Break, or any of your favorite movies and TV shows all day on a Saturday. Buy cheeseburgers, meaty pizza, hot dogs with bacon, cookies, fries, spaghetti, and a pint of vanilla ice cream to gobble up in a day. The point of this number 4 technique is for you to do whatever pleases you. Understand that you are entitled to be who you are. If you like something, make no mistake in granting it to yourself. Until you are comfortable in your own skin, you will find it challenging to be confident in your daily affairs. Click here to check out the rest of Ultimate Self-Esteem: 20 Techniques to a New You by Building Confidence and Learning to Love Yourself on Amazon. Other books in the series. Below you'll find some of my other books currently available on Amazon. Please stay tuned to the website, social media and Amazon for more brilliant titles from the Love Your Life series coming to you soon. The Ultimate Guide to Creating a Vision Board. Use the power of visualization to create your ideal life. Ultimate Self-Esteem: 20 Techniques to a New You by Building Confidence and Learning to Love Yourself. Daily Affirmations: 1000 Daily Affirmations to Transform Your Days from the Inside Out. Happy Starts Now: 50 Simple Techniques to a Happy New You. The Happiness Project: 30 Techniques to a Happier You in 30 Days. Chinese Medicine: The Ultimate Guide to Connecting Your Body, Mind and Soul. If the links do not work for whatever reason, you can simply search for these amazing titles on the Amazon website. Free gift. Thank you again for downloading this Kindle book, Ultimate Self-Hypnosis. Self-hypnosis made easy to reprogram your mind and change your life. I like to reward you with this by offering you access to my other books for free by joining my newsletter. You will be getting up-to-date information on personal development, living your happiest life, techniques to become the you always wanted to be, and you will also get access to other books in the Love Your Life series for free. By joining my newsletter, you will be taking a big step forward in being your happiest best self yet. Just visit http://loveyourlifeseries.com and get free instant access to the Love Your Life series newsletter today. Lastly, once you finish reading this book, would please review this book on Amazon. With your feedback, I continue to make this book better and better. Thank you.